my makeup on. Yeah, he usually put it on, and then after I get done, oh, the lights. My cat. Hi, how are you? Well, today I had a real good luck. Let me show you from behind. What's behind me over here, what the plant's on. I got it free. They said, hey, they're giving it away free. Pick it up. Boom. My son helped me. So I got something free. I didn't even have to spend a dime. No, it was free. So I was like, ooh. Yeah, I was excited. I'm going to be like, okay, is this still available? Okay, usually after, it was only up there for 45 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, I can, that would save me some money, you know. So, yeah. So, oh gosh. I already put the translucent stuff on. So I'm just, because if I put it on twice, it lays funny. So I'm just putting it on. Ooh. So yeah. Oh boy. All right, now we get to define and have fun. Okay, I usually use this for my pouting. There we go. I like this. Hi, how are you? Well, anyway, I had a really great day. I found something free on the internet. So I went and picked it up with my son. It was nice. I bought him a coffee. And we brought it home and he helped put it in the house. He's bitching the whole day. Yeah. You didn't put the seats down. I will never go with you again. I'm like, oh gosh, okay, I'll make sure. He doesn't like to hang out in people's, you know, like when you get the item, he wants to just put it in and run. Not run, but you know, he said it just doesn't look good. So yeah, I get it. All right, Devin. So we got the item and I'm like, ooh, look at that. That is going to be so cool. So yeah, I've been loving it. I've been like, loving it, loving it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, that's mascara. This is from Eyeballs. My eyeballs. Let me first get this. This is a bit. All right. Here we go. I'm using this one. I'm no professional. That's well, like Casper the Friendly Ghost here. shit. Damn. It's like a whole comedy series right there. I look like I'm... There we go. I'm putting this on. This is... Okay. No, I couldn't believe my luck. I went and got it. I was excited. I was happy. All right. Since that's done, I just got to get my eyebrows. Actually, I don't. They look pretty good. Okay. Eyebrows don't need to get done. I just get this. I got to get my hair cut. So it was really, I went and got animal food, well, dry cat food for my kitty. I only have Mr. Fancy Pants over there. Hi, how are you? I'm just finishing up here. One more lipstick. So it was a very, I did not think I was going to wake up and go, hey, I'm going to get a new item that's going to be free. They called it a TV stand. I'm going to be honest, it's more like an entryway table. And it's right behind me. Like when you're walking along entryway, you got a table there, So I felt that it needed some plantis, a little bit of plantis. So that's what I got. I figure that since it's a low, I can always take it out in, I would say, bring it back mid-morning for its sun, so yeah. So hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? So let's just smoke some fun stuff. You know that stuff. That wacky tobacco. So if you're on a budget, they do have, it says State Flower, Nevada. They have this, it has, well, Mercine's pretty good, but they got some real good stuff in here. That it's a 28, okay? It is a 28, but I'll tell you this much. It is really good. It really brings out everything. I went over to the source. Yeah, because let me get the right name for it. My cat's been wily just a little bit. Hi, how are you? So, all right. Yeah. And these are, what's it called? Vendor is called Graffitas, Nevada. It's called the Juice. This is called the Juice. All right. And it's a 28, but boy, it's got some good healing stuff that works real well along with the CBD is 12%. The CBDA is 14%. You got the CBGA, which is 1%. 0.6%. That's pretty good. So yeah, I'm like, ooh, yeah. So it's got some good healing properties, and I tell you, it's really a good a good vape, you know. I want, you know, it's like anything I always say, it's like if you have alcohol, don't smoke and drive. Yeah, you got some people who'll smoke and drive, and then I stopped at, do you have a junkie? Oh, that's real nice. Look at that. I feel like I'm something special. I'm like, yay, yeah, 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 yeah. I got something free. Woo, 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 woo. So it's neat. You can find out in certain places, you know, they'll sometimes have it where they give out stuff free. It's all cool and wonderful. And if they have that, sometimes you know, find a gem, you know. I'm like, woohoo, happy. I said, I know where I'm going to put that thing. Ooh-wee. I feel good. Hello, hello. How are you? Today we are just talking about good vibes. I hope you had a good day. I had a good day. I went online and was looking for, you know, things that people were selling, not necessarily anything free, but it would happen to be what I needed, and it was free. Didn't cost a thing. I just asked if it was, you know, already taken, and I got it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Oh, lovely. And it's nice. And it's you can look online and you can find, you know, in your area they might have something like like yard sale type things sometimes, you know. When you have that, it's really neat, you know. I have pumpkin year round. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, I really had a good day. Yep, on the way home, I picked up some animal food, and then picked up, you got that. You got to go Java Junkies and get some Java Junkie. I usually get pumpkin or, you know, pumpkins, whatever they call it. They're they're oh so good. It's so good. What? Oh, and look who just came here. Oh, Mr. Look at he's like, hi, I'm Bobby. How are you? I'm gonna just climb over here and, you know, bother her that way, right? Yeah. I'm staying away from that little sprayer. I'm looking at him. Yeah, I'm watching you. So, so yeah, it was something. I was happy to get my my plant. Now I got to keep it alive. Yippers. I figure, oh, I'm almost tempted like to keep one outside and just bring it, you know. That's what I'm thinking of doing, is getting another one in the next paycheck, and take one and leave it outside. That's what I think I'll do. So how's it? Ooh, excuse me. So I'm enjoying it. Let's this is for entertainment purposes. This is just the Mr. Predicto. You can get the same thing online, Amazon. I looked it up a month ago. I'm sure it's not going to change any other thing anytime soon. We're going to ask stupid questions. If you got a question or you just want to keep it to yourself, I don't care how the fuck you want to do it. This is for entertainment purposes. But you can buy the same thing on Amazon.
Without hesitation, yes.
Will I get my income tax done tomorrow?
Ask later when the time is right.
Oh, you suck. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't go and say, yeah, I watched over on this YouTube channel, this chick act like it was really the real. No, this is for entertainment purposes. I do not want to hear a message later on going, well, I didn't know what to ask it, but in my head, I asked it, should I? No, don't, it's for entertainment. It's for funny. If you're sitting around your friends and you go, am I normal?
The answer you seek is yes.
See, it said I'm normal. There you go. Yeah, believe that. Like, yeah, my cat isn't even around and go, yeah. So, let's see what else to ask. Am I normal?
I would not count on it.
Well, that was a change. See, it lies. It's for entertainment purposes only. If you're thinking of something, a question or whatever, here you go. For entertainment purposes only, Mr. Predicto.
The answer is no.
I had a friend one time, and we had something like this, but it was smaller, and you would shake it, and like us, you would squeeze it, and what it would do, it would tell you the same thing, the yes or no. And we went the whole day was on that damn thing. That's why my son hid it for a long time, because she was paying for everything and I had to go along with her little game. Finally, I told her, if we don't eat and you're going to play with that, what we're going to do is I'll find a way where I will get in your wallet and I will buy it myself. She was okay, fine. Because she kept asking it, should we eat? Bleep, no. And I'm like, my son is 10 and he don't apply to this stupid game. Yeah, I had to tell her that my son didn't apply because it went over 8 hours. A kid can only go so long. He even was going, Mom, I'm hungry. Yeah, okay, let's get you now. She still wanted to play the game, and I go, I got the game called I Got My Own Money right here. I got it. She goes, well, I go, you can go play with it yourself. She didn't argue because I drove there, so she had to go with me. So here is to this. It's fun for a game and laughing, you know, like especially when it says you're normal, then you ask it the same question and it says no, and you go, hey, I'm just like everyone else. I'm normal on the outside when everyone sees me. At home, I'm totally weird. Not weird in a bad way, you know, just like my son said, you know, hey, weirdo mom. I'm like, oh, I would say that, you know, I'm an average person. Most of their kids think their parents are weird. I thought my dad was weird. And he was totally normal. Just like me. So let's ask it another question.
I am confident it is no.
Oh, wow. Okay. So anyway, whatever you were asking is confident it is no. So in this week, yeah, today you get a good deal going on here. Yep, 30% off. These are usually 35 bucks. That's right. I walked at 25 bucks. Yes. So yeah, I picked up a bit of weed, a little bit of weed, so I can have a little. Then I said, well, how much are your cones? Because I'm thinking, I won't have to stop. And then they told me, you know, it's $5 for 6 cones. And I'm thinking, I think this is 203 out the door. Oh, yeah, I bought 2. You got one now, one later. Ooh. I am so grateful. I'm grateful for finding information that reminds me why we're all here, you know, so we can mastermind the control panel. And give people, you know, different choices in life. But yeah. Oh, well, here's to everybody. I enjoy this. This is really great. Again, I went to the source, and for today, I know today this is 25. Yeah, they got it good. And I'm like, ooh, just in my price range. Woohoo! 25 bucks. So let's see. I'm grateful for what I have. All right, let me see.
It is best not to say no.
Dun dun dun. This is for entertainment purposes. No, I do not believe that this is telling the truth. That is like believing that Epstein Island was a virgin island too, okay?
The answer is no.
So I was real happy. I got my, look at that, right behind me where that plant is on. Guess what? You got it. That is my new Fandango. I call it entryway table. I happen to find it. I'm like, how much is that one? Free. Woohoo! Is it available? Free. Woo-hoo-hoo. I got it free. I got it free. Woo-hoo-hoo. I got it for free. Ooh, I had to put it in and use my muscles. Ooh. Hey, I took my son. I'm like, come here, I'm going to go on my, I go on, this is, thank you. Thank you.
Definitely yes.
That's right. For entertainment purposes, I go in my, this is how I go incognitoed. This is cognitoed. Okay, put this on. Okay. Then I put my glasses. Okay. There we go. There, I'm incognitoed. I gotta look serious. See? No one notices me. And then, if I want to be noticed, you take the glasses off. And you wear foam makeup and you go out like this. See, you have the checkered one. You go there. There. Then you want to be noticed. You're no longer wearing the black. I'm getting a free thing, so I'm like, just in case, so I'm not recognized. That's right. No, I don't want to be. Don't you do video? Yeah, I'm not making a whole lot. Thank you. And it was great. I'm like, my son's like, I don't like hanging out in people's driveways. Next time you do this, it will be no next time. You get there, almost like my dad and grandpa all in one. Woo. Yeah, he said next time, have everything down because it's true. Who do you want hanging out in your driveway trying to figure out how to put the MF in, huh? I'm grateful. I got my woo-hoo, free. It was right in my budget. Yeah, that's right. When it's free. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, littlest things, man, I've been decorating around and I'm like, oh God, I gotta get this out. I gotta get, yeah. I'm getting things moved around. Got a little proficio. And believe it or not, somebody actually made a resume, a whole shitload of resumes. And professional was misspelled. I looked and I said, did they tell you when you went to print all these that professional is not spelled that way? No, that's right. Do you know what it sounds like? As far as cleaning service, he called it the professionals. I said, you know what though? I think you should keep it. He goes, really? I go, yeah. Just answer the phone, the professionals. It's true though. They made a whole bunch of them, like flyers. The professionals. I said, "Oh man, how many? You made 10,000? Oh, flying crap! That's not a mistake. That's a catastrophe. Yeah, you might as well start answering the phone. Professionals." So, your company took off back in the early 2000s, and we would like to know, when you first started out, how was that key thing? The professionals? Is it because it was a misspelling? Or you purposely did it? I mean, I did some crappy things, but man, that was funny. He made a whole buttload of them and he wanted me to put them on cars. I said, oh no, not the way that's done. So he left and he left the whole pack there and I redid everything where I put it on parentheses, like, like it's just, slang, like professionals, I don't know if he ever answered the phone that way or what it was, but I tried to fix it the best I could without I thought it was hilarious, and I wasn't even smoking weed back then. Shoot, if I was smoking weed back then, I would have been on the floor. Because he didn't catch it, and I'm like sitting there. Hey, Kurt, how do you spell professionals? Hold on, no, let me get my phone. Yeah, yeah, I had one of those phones where you had apps way before a lot of people. But I would take my phone and I would you could go on Google and it would tell you how to pronounce stuff. So I've been using that for a while, and I'm like, it doesn't sound right. What? So I put it in Google, and it came out Proficios, and I'm like, I'm trying to keep a straight face now. Proficios. I said, you spelled this shit wrong, man. You put it in parentheses, and when you answer the phone, just go Proficios. Well, I do answer the phone that way. Well, maybe there's a reason why you misspelled it. Okay, that's an understanding. Never mind. So he answers the phone Proficios anyway, so it's no big deal. I should have just kept my mouth shut. So, yeah. So this week I had a choice of either paying my car insurance, which I did, or paying my cell phone, which I didn't. So my cell phone is now turned off again because, well, I thought I would have a little couple extra bucks, but I didn't. And I'm just sitting there asking my son because I really would like to get my phone turned back on. And I said, let's do the income tax, Like, let's not get it on the last day like last year. So that's what I asked of him. I said, let's do that, and we'll do that tomorrow. Today, I think getting getting that and what picking it up, getting it into this because they made the hallway. I guess you could say it just sucks to get stuff in here. You gotta be really good at maneuvering the shit. So yeah. Because we had to move her way up over on top over there and then get it on the side there is like, wow. Yep. So we've been going for a while. Woohoo. So yeah, over at the source today till 10 is 7:38. You can get with this brand, and it's called the Juice. Get an eighth, $25. Man, it makes you feel like this is cheap stuff, man. $25. You just pull up to the window, tell them Steffy Ὢ, you good. If it's on sale and all that, because I don't just tell them I said, yeah. But they do have a lot of components in here that I consider that makes it higher than what it is. Like it's registering with a THC of 28, but you have other, you got limonene is 4.1, and you got B carfile for 5.8. That's some good numbers there. That's a good feeling of high, That's what I like. I looked at those numbers online. I'm getting some of this. So get the sauce for today. It's 30% off. It's it online. Check the prices online. I got this, $25. This is what I got right here. Oh no. Oh, I tried the wrong thing. I gotta take my name off. Where do I got? Oh, let me get a sticky thing. I gotta get a sticko. Sticko-wicko. There we go. Get a sticky. There we go. So I think it's pretty good, but everyone's different. Everyone's high is different. We all have a different feeling and a different high. I've known friends of mine who felt the need that they started to like backing off, going into the mid 20s to the lower strains for a while because they said they got to the point when they got to a certain strain that it just wasn't the same high and they knew they had to back off. And sometimes you have to do that. Shoot, I usually have something happen to me and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just like go cold turkey. I'm real weird like that. But yeah, it sucks when you try to get to sleep though and you're like this. So let's go on this again. Of course, as I'm saying, this is for entertainment purposes. I don't care if you worship it or whatever you want to do, but it's saying on this channel, entertainment purposes. What do you think?
Yes, without question.
Whoever was asking that. So anyway, I remember at first when my friend, the first 4 hours of this was great because it did exactly what I wanted. And I've been eyeballing some jeans over at the Express and I'm like, ah, man, you know. But my friend, Miss Moneybag, she said she could cover my, yeah, I paid for it in a different way. Oh, trust me. Or yeah, with her, yeah. It's like, oh, you and you. Oh, crap. So, yeah, it was fun. Let me see. Oh, oh.
It cannot be determined at this time.
Yeah. Will I have a good birthday this year? Oh, come on. It can't be that.
Yes, it is certain.
Woohoo! Well, I'm going to have a good birthday this year. Oh, yay! Well, I think that is worth a joint. Our little puffers. Ooh, that is good. The sauce. The sauce. Saucy weed. Well, that's what they call it, the sauce. So if you like taco sauce, the spicy. Yeah, my son said that the people didn't like the jacket I was wearing. Okay, I was wearing my weed jacket. Okay, it's got weed flower things, and I didn't think, geez, I'm going over someone's house that's over the age of 30 plus. Hey, they're young people around here. I don't want to say, you know. So yeah, I don't think they liked it. Neither did this. I used to work in the weed industry and trim weed for hours, like 8 hours. And on my way home, I go pick up some animal food over at Tractor Supply. And that day was Asshole of the Month Club. The guy walked by me, made, ew, you stink. Like I just farted. And I'm going, really, dude? I'm thinking, I'm forgetting. You smell like a big old joint, honey. That's what he's like. Ooh, no, he don't think you farted. He would only hope that because he don't like weed. He's an anti-weeder. So while he's paying for his shit, and he's saying real cool, nice things about me. When I got up there, I go, by the way, the time I get up in the morning is 4 a.m. because I have to be at work at 6. My work, it takes a good half hour to get here, and I'm here on time every time, and I don't call in. I looked at her and I said, if they ever think about getting rid of people at my work, at any job I've had, if you have consistency and you go home and you don't use your mouth, don't you? That's a good thing. So you make yourself valuable. So, I would always have that as a thing that I would say to, like, family members. I go, be consistent. Your friend got you that job. Well, my friend owns the business. Oh, well, shit. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. You're dealing with your friend, so isn't he your boss too? Oh, yeah. No wonder. My son's like, this guy's a cheap fucking bastard. So, yeah. For entertainment purposes.
Definitely yes.
So it's really, I guess you could say I just needed to pick up dry food. Yeah, I'm picky with my animals' food. Yeah, I don't buy the cheap shit. I have one cat. I might as well, it's like I'm not sucking and buying straws and sucking my cat's farts, but I do, if I can provide a decent, no, I don't buy a Meow Mix or Clown Cat or whatever. No, I get the one that says, we don't use feelers and cereals, and we use the real fishy wishy. And I'm like, that sounds good to me. Unless I go and look online and find out them assholes are serving up crap, I'm good. I'm hearing, you guys can't hear it. Sometimes my ex-dog, yeah, I had to give her up too. I couldn't afford to feed her. She's like, back then, before we found out that the dog food that I was, buying cans of dog food thinking I was helping her out. No, I was helping her gain weight.
The answer you seek is yes.
For entertainment purposes. Yeah, so if I only had to deal with dry food, I could have done it. But yeah. Anyway, I gave her up, and ever so often I'll hear her walk back and forth, and her tail will hit my door like somebody is like knocking. So you're kind of listening. Is it a dog or is it a knock? You know what I mean? Because the dog's tail go boom, boom, like that. No, I'm not getting 3 knocks. Boom, boom, boom. That's the thing against the Trinity. That's why I do it 3 times. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to figure out longer. Oh, is my son normal?
The answer is unclear. Try again.
Oh, God. Yep. Okay, try again. Is Devin a normal?
Everything points
Oh. This is for entertainment purposes, really is. See, like me, I'm normal. So let's see. I'm trying to figure out what to ask it. Oh, the biggest rumor. Does Obama eat human beings?
Highly doubtful.
This is for entertainment purposes. Let's see. Oh. Well, I'm trying to figure out what to ask it, you know? Is there a real Godzilla? Godzilla!
Without hesitation, yes.
Woo! There's a real Godzilla! You can go there. This is my old Godzilla in the 70s. This is how it was. Look! It's Godzilla! And it wouldn't say it like this. It would almost sound like the men would sound like they were out in West, you know, like they're ready to do a roundup, not get God's, oh, I tell you, wow, we got one that sounds like the Duke. You know, one time my friends and I were trying to figure out which Western that they sounded like they were from. Well, I tell you, honey, what we're going to do. And I'm like, oh my God, we were following what they were saying because they used to also complain that some of these people had such a thick accent. So it would also be portraying, well, there, honey, I'm looking. Oh boy, the writers suck. Me and my friends, we were young, but we would go, oh boy, this is going to be a sucky Godzilla. Yeah, some of the Godzillas were kind of poopy because you would have people sounding like they were ready for a roundup, not for a Godzilla movie, where you did need to have the guy who looked Japanese, not American, and he should sound, oh, look at Godzilla! I don't want to hear a guy say, well, there, honey, look at that. That's Godzilla. Come on. What sounds better? Ooh, Godzilla! Oh, well, there, honey, that's Godzilla. Yeah. And then, of course, the mouths couldn't quit moving because they weren't lip syncing by any far. They were just putting their they were just putting a diff. They were cut and paste the different languages there. So yeah, it was always funny after they got done saying something. Or when their mouth is closed, I call it the mimic. You had to figure out which one was talking, like who did what good Western voice to another one, and the women sound like they were ready for a roundup themselves. You were like, shoot, this is almost like a commercial with Roundup, but you know, it's a different kind of Roundup, not one that gives you cancer, but hey, you know. Yeah, who doesn't, you know that a really good Japanese movie had the long, like, and it had proper, how can I say, it sounded Japanese. That was a good one. It had a decent storyline where, sometimes the storyline just didn't make sense. Like it didn't have an ending. They didn't put number two. You got to figure it out. And then way at the end, when everyone's out the door anyway, they're putting, we got number two coming. Oh, crap. Next week, huh? So, sometimes it's just like what it was, the 70s and Godzilla. So, for entertainment purposes, as always, will America come out with a Godzilla movie that don't suck?
Ask later when the time is right.
In other words, maybe 100 years from now. I mean, god dang, they act like they bring them back and they're on this like I guess it would be like huge container thing, like those boats that carry the container, they're carrying Godzilla. And then you had like three different shapes of him in one movie. He was like maybe could fit in this room, and then the next picture, the son of a bitch grew even bigger. God dang! Oh well, shoot. We usually just let the gas escape the back end, of his tail, and then he stays small because otherwise you get a big son bitch. That's the only thing I could come up with. I mean, they bring him in. He was small, and then he got motherfucking big. And I'm like, see, he was all gassed up. They needed to get rid of the extra gases, get those big straws, suck those farts out or whatever, or just, line in a certain way. Whoop. And then the other ones were he was real big, and then even bigger. It's like, wow, god dang, they should have stayed with one definite size or an idea looking back how big that looks. What should they have said? Hey, he's radioactive. Ooh. And that would have been cool. It would have been a great storyline. Radioactive. Be careful. Why is he radioactive? No, we go with a Godzilla movie where he has three different sizes. It's like the fucker gets bigger and every part of the movie. You're like, God dang, that's like getting those little things that you put in the water and they get big. And you're going, really? Yeah, a lot of the movies that come out are then they get redone to the point where you're like, oh Jesus, yeah, I'd rather go to church and go over to see a movie. And that's pretty bad. Usually I get really good ideas when I go to the church. Hey, Harry Potter is the devil worshiping. Well, hot damn, I'm going to be doing some devil worshiping tonight. I got a feeling I'm going to be buying. Yep, that's how I got into Harry Potter. Because my church across the street in Wyandotte, Michigan told me that it was the devil's work. When I read the first book, what I realized that Harry Potter has showing people that on the thing they talk about magic and they talk about this. You know what they talk about all the time in Harry Potter? I'm not going to read anything from there and get, in trouble. Their whole stance in the whole book is things can come around you, but inside you got the power. How do you harness it? Do you let it go wiry and everything when you get all upset and your cousin ends up in the aquarium with a snake? Or do you take the inner power and you learn to harness it? And people started probably going, hey, I can go within myself. I can, meditate. I don't need to get all stressed out about this. I can't do nothing. I might as well make my life and my place around here a nice thing, And my feeling, I think that's a reason why the church started to see after Harry Potter, and I'm sure it would coincide with just people staying home. And number two, it could be the fact that they are finding themselves and they're just not saying anything. And that's fine too. But that's when I started to realize, when I started reading Harry Potter, I'm like, oh, I think everybody's got a little bit of Harry Potter. Everyone at one time wants to sit at that special table or to be able to tell people, well, I'm going to write an owl, why not? There's probably 10 of them out there over in London, England, you just throw one out, you just just make sure you're going to throw them out there, make sure it's good. And you can like send an owl to somebody. Of course, now it'd be hard for me. I would have to have like, I have no windows here, so somebody would be having an owl come to their window. Hey, Mom, why you got an owl? Oh, yeah, everybody has them. In Prompt, everybody does, yeah. So, yeah. And that's the whole thing, I think that Harry Potter had more to do with than the wands, more to do with than the magic on the outside. It's a magic here, right in here, the whole magic inside of you. You just bring it all together like a big, stir it together. And there you go. All right, this is for entertainment purposes. Am I normal?
The outcome cannot be predicted.
Oh, right. Oh, and by the way, this thing lies really bad. Am I weird?
Now is not the right time to tell you.
Oh, really?
The answer cannot be found at this moment.
And this is for entertainment purposes. Do not get mad or angry. It's just joking around. I used to do it all the time. Of course, my friend decided we had a wonderful 8-hour time with this where everything we did, we didn't just go do, let's ask Mr. Crystal Ball. You squeezed it and you got to see what it said and you go, oh crap. And in my case, for a while, went in my favor till it went, hey, let's see if we can get something to eat. Not right now. Oh, come on. After a while, my stomach was talking and she goes, is that you? And I go, yeah, it's me. When my stomach starts talking, it's going, hey, hey. What was it? Nothing. I'm just nothing. And then Christina goes, shh, not yet. And then my stomach goes, oh, yeah. She looked at me and I said, I'm going to get something to eat. If you pay for it, I'll pay for it. I don't give a flying freak about that. And I left. She was right behind me. Don't worry, I got you. I think this thing is possessed. Yeah, by you. Yeah, I remember those days. Oh, that was fun. I play her game for a little bit and then I'm like, oh, my stomach's starting to say full fucking sentences. It's time to eat. Before I go and have like a long time where I don't eat, and if I'm awake and I do it on my app where I fast and you eat like donuts and stuff like that, and then you fast and boom, you don't gain a pound. Fasting, that's the best thing yet. So, oh, We went over an hour. Oh, it's almost an hour. Yeah, I started a little bit late. Anyway, I'll let you guys go and have a for entertainment purposes only.
It is a strong possibility.
All right. So have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow at 7. Bye-bye.